Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Now, I've spoken about this subject in the past, and this subject is about the civil war that I believe is happening right now in the black townships. What I'm attaching to this intro are two audio tapes. Now, their authenticity is unknown, but they sound pretty serious. They came to me via Jurgens, thanks Jurgens, and they're basically Africans who come from outside South Africa talking about retribution against the local South Africans. And I think it's best if you just listen to the audios. As I said, I don't know their authenticity or what level of impact they will have, but there certainly is a rising mood outside South Africa amongst the black nations that they have had enough of the xenophobic attacks on their people in South Africa. And it's quite understandable, really. You know, it's what the local blacks do. They're just violent. All right, guys, here come the two audio tapes. I'll just play one straight after the other. You'll see there's an image attached, which will change when the second audio tape comes up. All right, have a good evening, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, and happy Easter. Oh, and don't forget, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. I'll put a link directly below.
Evening to you, brothers and sisters from the rest of. We have been following the political situation as it is unfolding in this country since 2004 up until today. In 2008, during President Mbeki administration, there was the Xenophobia attacks which cost lives of 67 foreign nationals because South African politicians are blaming all wrongdoings to black Africans living in this country. They are blaming all wrongdoings to the brothers and sisters who gave them shelters when they were under the oppression of apartheid. Came to 2013 up until 2015 under the administration of President Zuma. There was another xenophobic attack caused by the King Solentini of KwaZulu-Natal, where they blame foreign nationals living in this country of all the wrongdoings in this country. Yet again, 2019, the number one of the country, the President Cyril Ramaphosa, made a speech which he accused foreign nationals of trading in this country illegally. After his speech, a speech which most of the time they use against black Africans living in this country to gain votes from black people. They are using the black foreigners living in this country as a weapon to gain voters from black communities. We've been following the political situation in this country for so long. All the attacks which are motivated by the politicians are always directed not to whites, not to Indians, while these are the ones who owns capitals. They are the one who owns the economy of this country. They forget the big fish, but they are targeting only their brothers, their sisters, who are working hard for their living. Forgetting that South Africa is contributing to so many atrocities happening in the rest of so many African countries. Enough is enough. We come tonight to urge all foreign and national living in South Africa to come together. Zimbabweans, Congolese, Nigerians, Ethiopians, Malawites, all Africans, foreigners living in this country, we need to come together as one and defend ourselves. Yes, today, foreigner drivers are becoming a target, but let's remind the South Africans that there are South African drivers trading along African country borders. If ever any of other African country drivers get hurt by South Africans or any foreigner nationals living in this country get hurt by xenophobic attacks, we urge our respective people, we urge our respective countries to do the same to South Africans living in our respective countries. If they hurt, wherever you find a South African driver, burn him, burn the truck. If they hurt an African national living in South Africa, wherever there is South Africans in our respective countries, you do the same. If they destroy, they loot businesses belonging to African nationals living in this country, you do the same in our respective countries as they are doing here. South Africa is supposed to promote Ubuntu. We're supposed to protect the values of Africans and African continents. But what is happening in this country is out of control. Politicians are using their campaign to gain votes, and that campaign is turning against poor African brothers and sisters. Enough is enough. If we have to die all in this country, let it be. But let's defend ourselves. We're not the women. We are men. We have a balls like them. If anything happens here, we will deal with them back in our countries. And we need to be on our guards. Enough is enough. Good day, people of Africa. I'm speaking on behalf of my country, Army, GRC. What is happening in South Africa? It is totally unacceptable. It is totally unacceptable. What they are doing, it shows us that they do not cooperate with other African people. They do not want to work with other countries in Africa. They want to be independent. So now it's high time. I call upon Nigerian army. I call upon Botswanian army. I call upon Namibian army. I call upon Nigerian army. I call upon Malawian army. I call upon Mozambican army. I call upon all the Africans army to fight this xenophobia shit in South Africa. This is not only xenophobia, this is going to be a war in South Africa. Because if the government cannot stop this shit of South Africa, as other governments, we can